I wanted to do a quick commentary on this video. I'm gonna do this first. I don't want my company logo flashing around, and I'm gonna hit the road because it's been a long day. Plus, if I seem out of breath, it's because I am. Just finished up a workout. Anyways, so I started this channel 100% to give back to the HVAC community. I don't give a shit about making money on YouTube, though. I did something so dumb today that I have to post it because the point of this channel is for everybody to contribute to the process of learning, but especially for you young guys. I'm trying to put out as much stuff as possible to help you kind of be mentored, especially if you don't have anybody at your company that can really mentor you. So you have got to realize that making mistakes and getting your ass kicked is part of the job. In fact, you just got to embrace it. You know, I did jujitsu for many years, and getting your ass kicked is part of what it's about. I mean, it really is. Like, that's what makes you better. It's how you learn. It's how you stay humble. It's just reality. And if you're watching these guys on YouTube, I've noticed that a lot of them, and this goes for channels across the board, doesn't matter whether it's automotive, HVAC, they never post mistakes, like, ever. And I cannot do that. That's wrong. So I did something so dumb today that I've got to post it, and you gotta see it, and you gotta just understand that that's real life. So this job was an absolute shitstorm, and I feel really sorry for the apprentice that you guys have seen me work with, because he got put in a van really recently, and this was like his first service call. And I'm telling you, there were multiple, not one, but multiple things that happened that you could go your entire career and never see. It was an absolute shitstorm. And then on top of that, I smoked something bad. So anyways, I'm gonna post it, and the point obviously is to learn, to avoid the mistake I made. But the real point is just to understand that mistakes are part of the job, and especially if you're a service tech. And you got to get out of this mindset that you got to get out of the mindset where you're afraid to do things and afraid to make mistakes, and you're always like paralyzed. You just got to get out of that. You just got to go for it, and if you make mistakes, you learn, you get up, and you move on. And that's really what this logo here is about. And the slogan, "Conquer the Machine," it comes from that background that I have in jiu-jitsu and wrestling and all that, and it's the way that I view the service tech life is literally like a fight. I mean, sometimes you tap out the machine, sometimes it taps you out, and to me, that is what makes it exciting. If I did a job that was boring, routine, that I always had everything nailed, I would lose my mind. By far the worst thing that I can imagine as far as a career goes is to be bored. And so anyways, I love the service tech life. As strange as it sounds, I even love the mistakes. I embrace them, and you know, it's part of the life. So I'm not going to go into why this job was such a shitstorm, because that would make this video like half an hour long. I'm just gonna post this one thing I did. I wish I'd caught the main like failure on camera. I didn't, but I show it and I talk about it. So enjoy. This was crazy. So cut on the disconnect. Contactor pulls in, boom, just explodes. So I'm like, what the hell? I got a transformer and I got all my low voltage wiring, but the contactor is actually a So this is what was in it. And I don't know, am I missing something? But see, I've got a 208 240 coil on this one. I don't think it says on here, but it's 24 volt coil. So like, I don't know, man. I mean, I might look at the wiring diagram later, but what the hell? I mean, you walk up on a split, and it's got a transformer and all this low voltage wiring, you think 24 volt contactor. Guess not. All right, here's what happened, and I should have thought about it, and I'll explain why. But see, we've got a relay here that is activated by yellow, and that's what's going to energize the contactor. And if I had stopped to think about this being a 50 amp, then I should have, but you don't want a thermostat running a 50 amp contactor. And it would be a lot on the transformer, so it makes sense that this is a line voltage contactor. Man, that's so horrible, man. This job has been horrible. So that's what happens if a 24 volt coil gets put on 208. Let out the magic smoke.